Good morning. It's Sunday morning. We are recording from Gastonia, North Carolina, and we are here with Billy Weiss.
Good morning.
And good morning. And I'm Janet Miller, and we are at Optiyou RX Prescriptions Plus Pharmacy in Gastonia. So we thought we'd do something a little different today and just show you our classroom because we're promoting education. And I just think this is a good place to start. So Billy, tell us about what's behind me at this counter. We've got multivitamins, we've got protein, and we talk about those things all the time.
Yeah, Janet, the reason that this spot is so important, I think, is because this is the foundations of it all. You hear me talk about the foundational 4 supplements and the protein all the time. So I've said this before, but I think that it's true. If we could get every American to do these 4 supplements and get in a good quality protein like this daily, that we would avoid 80% of the issues we see in America today. We would avoid 80% of the high blood pressures, overweights, obesity, hormone issues would be improved. Sleep would be improved.
Energy.
Thank you. Yeah, energy, muscle and fat ratios, visceral fat would be less. I mean, there's so many things. But the most important thing about these 4, I think, is how people would feel.
Yeah.
When people use these, they have more energy. You've already said it. They sleep better. Their gut health's better. Their digestion is better. Their bowel movements are more normal. I mean, all the basics of life that make them feel better and make them healthy.
Yeah.
It seems to improve. And the cool thing is, most people don't even realize how low on energy and how low on these nutrients they are until they try them, and then they go, oh wow,
right,
now I can tell.
So when I first came to Billy, I was already taking supplements. I was taking hormones. I was seeing a doctor in Los Angeles, a doctor in Charlotte, and a doctor in Asheville, but I wasn't exactly doing what my body needed. So I consulted with you.
Yeah.
You looked at all my labs, had me get more labs, and then we started doing some detective work. And one thing that I needed was more protein, and I don't really like protein powder, but I love this one. The kids love this one. The grandkids love this one.
Mine too.
You can just mix it with water, so it's very, very easy. This, when you said, if we could only buy one thing, it would be magnesium.
Yes.
And this is great because this helps me sleep, helps with migraines, helps with energy.
350 positive functions in the body.
350 positive functions
it's the #1 nutrient deficiency in the world.
How many people are nutrient deficient in magnesium in the United States?
If you look at the numbers, over 80%.
Wow. All right, get some magnesium, you guys. Digestive enzymes. So I've always had a problem with my gut. I've had eating disorders most of my life. My gut health was awful when I came to see you. It's early. And I had a lot of autoimmune things going on. So between the digestive enzymes and the probiotics, I have normal bowel movements now.
Well, and remember, Janet, one of the most important things with those 2 products and why they're in the foundational 4 is 80% of our immune system
is in the gut.
Right here in the gut.
So immune system, going into winter, you've got colds, you're taking antibiotics, you need this probiotic, and it is one of the best ones. I don't think I've ever seen one better than this, and I know a lot about probiotics.
And when you talk about antibiotics, you really strike a chord in me that says, so I want people to think about this, and I don't know that people ever think about this, but this way I like to teach it at the summit. Anti means against, right? Mm-hmm. Biotic means life. So an antibiotic is against life, and I know we're trying to kill a foreign invader. Probiotic is for life. So if we keep enough of the for life, the need for the against life, the antibiotics go way down. And we see that. And if somebody is going to have to be on an antibiotic, then we need to double this dose 2 hours away.
Hear that? If you're on an antibiotic, double your dose.
Yeah, because 70% or more of people that take an antibiotic get antibiotic-associated gut issues like diarrhea and all the pain.
And it kills the good stuff forever.
It permanently changes the gut flora for the bad.
Which,
so we want to avoid them as much as we can.
Which is a whole nother reason why I came to you, and then you helped me with the right peptides for my gut, and it goes on and on. So get the probiotic. If you're on antibiotics, take it 2 hours apart from the antibiotic.
Yep.
And then this is your daily detox. This is your daily essentials. This is your multivitamin. So I take this every day, twice a day. And I knew what vitamin deficiencies that I had, my particular body had, because of the labs you sent me to get.
Right.
And we sat down and you looked at all my labs and all my hormones and my thyroid, which helped me get the right things. So I love this section. And one more thing that's important in this section, tell us about this, because this is hard to find. You're the only person I know that carries it.
Well, Janet, this is we count it as grams of protein in a day, but it's not actually, quote, protein, because it's just the amino acids that the body needs to build muscle. So these two complement each other in the fact that this gives us the entire amino acid profile from protein, right? This gives us the amino acids that are most important for muscle building.
Okay.
So when you look at another deficiency with most Americans,
muscle,
protein, amino acids. So one of the things that we find is because of all the processed and poor quality foods, we'll call them, that most Americans are filling up on that and they're not getting enough protein, which then leads to muscle loss, poor immune health, more fat, poor brain health. We get all these things that happen. And so with this combination, we can get most people, along with sensible eating, to get in the amount of protein or amino acids they need to build and maintain muscle and to be able to burn fat efficiently.
And how does muscle affect your immune system?
Well, muscle is a huge part of not only our immune system, but our overall health and wellness. Because
what do you call it? It's our bank account.
It's our bank account for aging. I tell people, think of it as your IRA for aging, right? It's how much muscle do you have. It's not how much we weigh, it's how much of that weight is muscle and how much of that weight is fat. And every study you can look at shows that things associated with muscle lead to longer health, better health, less bone breaks, less Alzheimer's, less dementias, because muscle plays such a role in everything in our body, from immune system to the way that our body functions, the way that our body burns fat, the way that our body uses calories that we take in, the way that we move, absolutely. So can we go to the bathroom by ourselves? Can we get up and get our own food as we age? This is key for that.
So one of the things I know is that I need 130 grams of protein every day. So if I take 2 scoops of this and a scoop of this, like I'm over halfway.
You're getting probably 80 grams or so
I'm like
there.
Over halfway there.
Which I would tell you, Janet, unfortunately for most women, 80 grams that you're getting from these is more than they get in a day.
All day.
We see women typically 30, 40 grams a day, and they need 100, 110, 120 for most women. If they're active, 130.
How many grams of protein per scoop?
I think we're 17 or 18 in each scoop, but then when you add their collagen, hopefully, that we're using, we like to mix it in raw milk. So we can get a protein shake up to, say, 50 grams pretty easily.
All right, so we got your protein, we got your daily essential vitamins here, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and Billy formulated all of these after sourcing the best sources, so he knows exactly every ingredient. They're third-party tested, good manufacturer practice.
Correct. Perfect. You know these things
better
than I do.
All that stuff, right? So thank you for making these.
Well, the beauty of these, what we have sitting here, Janet, the foundational 4, the protein, is that everybody will benefit. This is not one of the things we need blood work for. Everybody, from birth to death. So my grandkids get these. They're 2-year-old twins. My mom, who is 77, gets them. Best mom is 80, gets them. So your mom is taking them, right?
My mom's taking all of them.
Yeah.
And didn't you say even a nursing mom could put the probiotic on her nipple if the baby?
You make a great point that I missed. That's awesome that you bring that up. So, yes. So, when a baby is born, their digestive system is not always fully developed at that point, right? So one of the first things that happens is they start to, fuss and cry, and they have colic, or maybe they throw up and they don't sleep well.
Or they're not getting breast milk because the mom was not able to.
There's so many things. But one of what I will quote tell you so many moms have told me is, quote, miracles, is probiotic. a little bit of the probiotic. We don't need a whole capsule for an infant, right? We just put a little bit on the nipple if they're breastfeeding, or a little bit, open up the capsule, a little bit of the powder into their bottles. And it will absolutely change their digestive health because they just haven't built up their probiotics yet. And we often add a little bit of the digestive enzyme with it. So every time that I make my grandkids proteins, they get all 4 of these in there.
So
yes.
One thing I always hear, especially from my mom, is I can't swallow a capsule.
Yeah.
I just can't do it, And now she's having no problem.
Powders in here.
But you can open these
Absolutely.
capsules. You can put you can open the capsules, put them into your protein powder, and just drink it.
Well, the beauty of putting them into the protein powder too, for people who have trouble swallowing or for young children, is you don't know it's there. It doesn't cause a taste. And this protein tastes good. Our grandkids literally come to our house, and the first thing they do is go to the refrigerator. I want my protein.
Wow. And they can barely even talk yet.
Yeah. But you talk about these for the baby once it's born. But one of the other things that we do is we formulate prenatal plans for ladies with quality supplements. These 4 in the protein are part of that. It's not all we do
before the
for
baby's
them.
born.
But when the mom is trying to get pregnant, when the mom is pregnant, because most of these prenatal vitamins, just like the other supplements that we talk about, are very poor quality. For example, I'm going to give you the biggest offender of all. You'll hear the medical system say all the time to the pregnant lady or the lady trying to get pregnant, make sure that you get the folic acid you need.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Now, folic acid is essentially a poison.
Yeah.
So it's a really flawed thing, but you'll see it on, say, cereal boxes or different processed food.
Fortified
with essential with essential folic acids or essential vitamins. Well, folic acid is not an active vitamin anywhere found in the body. So the body doesn't know how to utilize folic acid, and folic acid can actually be toxic for a lot of people. It can cause ADD and ADHD. It can cause depression.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It is literally toxic. But they're told, make sure you're getting your folic acid. So they go out and buy a prenatal vitamin, most typically that will say, fortified with however much folic acid.
From Costco or Walmart.
1 gram of folic acid or 600 milligrams or whatever they want to say. And that is wrong, okay? It's poor quality. It's not what the body needs. It's not what the baby needs. What they need is folate. So we not only give them folate, this is just an example of how when you do it professionally, we give them 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate, which means their body knows exactly what to do with it. Everybody can utilize that. Now the baby is getting what it needs. The mom is getting what she needs. And so we formulate these, we'll call it prenatal, although none of the labels will say prenatal, but this combination of supplements that we've done with literally thousands and thousands of women who have had, just what I'll call perfect babies, right? If there's such a thing, perfect pregnancies. Now, it's no guarantee, but we're giving the body what it needs. And the other thing that's important that we help them with is we educate them on the importance of protein, the importance of this, because one of the things that I find with pregnant moms, especially if they're younger, they just don't have the experience, right? And nobody's ever educated them.
Ever.
That baby is a growing human being inside of you. That baby is going to take nutrients and amino acids and things that it needs to develop. So the mom's body will suffer. The mom's body will give up those nutrients and that amino acids to the baby. And then the mom is suffering if she's not giving back what she needs.
And that's when the mom's hair starts falling out and things like that.
We've seen women lose teeth. We know that they're hurting their bone density. Their immune system goes down.
If you're pregnant, trying to get pregnant, or you have a kid or a granddaughter that's pregnant, get them here. This is so important.
Well, Janet, that's why I say that I wanted to bring that up when you said about the probiotic and the breastfeeding, because it is so important for these ladies. And they need to really be doing this before they try to get pregnant, because the folate, not the folic acid that they're told, is the most important for the spine development and the nerve system development early on in the pregnancy. So the earlier they're there, the earlier those nutrients are there, the more likelihood that things will go smooth for the mom and for the baby. And the mom's, believe it or not, the mom's ovaries need a ton of energy to become pregnant. The sperm needs a ton of energy to get to the egg to fertilize it to be pregnant. So if we can get the mom and the dad, hopefully, to be on these supplements before, we're going to increase their rates of pregnancy. If we need to talk about hormones, we can do that.
I was getting ready to say we haven't even gotten to hormones.
But one of the simple things is to take care of these, and we add a couple other products to it. And I think that at that point we have the highest quality prenatal formulas that any woman can take.
So if you're pregnant or trying to get pregnant, come see Billy. Start on the foundational 4 and some good protein, and then we'll get into hormones maybe in our next talk because he knows so much about helping people get pregnant when it comes to hormones. I was never able to get pregnant, and I didn't discover until your class the reason was because I needed more progesterone.
Yeah, it's so common today.
I had a lot of
Janet.
miscarriages, and
just something we can definitely discuss.
Yeah.
Yep.
So come on back to our next class. We'll talk about hormones and water and a red bed, and we're going to have a whole classroom full of people here on January 10th and 11th. And it's all about education. So if you're a biohacker and you're working out and you're going to your wellness clinic and you're getting your hormones and you're doing all these things, come find out why you're doing it, what levels you need to have, what questions you need to ask, and all the things you need to know so you're not wasting your money and you're doing what's right for yourself. And this guy can help you do that.
What she's saying is be the CEO of your own health.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line of what she's saying, which is on the wall over there, which is what the number one thing we teach, right?
Let's go talk about that.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you soon.